How's it going, Aries? Robin here. Welcome to AriesFireTarot. So guys, it's time for a bonus reading for September 2021, and I'm going to start shuffling the good tarot deck. So the bonus spread, I use different tarot spreads to do the bonus readings. Here we go, just off on a tangent. So I pulled this spirit guide spread to help us get in contact with our guides a little bit more. They have messages. You might not even know who your spirit guide is. So I'm going to try and tap into that for you using my own guides. I'm a channel, so messages will come through me. The divination tool that I use in order to interpret messages from my team in spirit is tarot cards. So, all right, this is going to be for Aries in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Guys, if this one isn't working for you, maybe just check out your moon sign. So I had this really cool experience last night. I have a guide that, like, I was talking to him for quite some time, just before I started my tarot journey. And I found out where he was from, and I found out what his name was. And he did walk the earth for a little while, but then he left. And I was like, where did he go? But then last night he came back, and it was really, really cool. And I had forgotten about it until I started doing the Aries reading. So anyway, that's my story. So let's have a card to represent your guide here for you, Aries. I have to move my pens. I have a little pen collection here. So the King of Air. All I'm getting here is that there is absolute royalty, somebody at the top of the chain of guides. Okay, so you might have your own word forming for that. Like, I'm seeing somebody very powerful that would have worn a crown. Like, I'm getting a very powerful, like, Zeus, okay? Very strong, like, king. That's kind of freaking me out. Watching over Aries. I'm just going to put that down, and we're going to move on, because that one actually blew my mind, because it's like they assign themselves to Aries, because Aries have the biggest challenge. They have the biggest, like, opposition. They have to, like, they're the defense, right? Ahead of everybody else. So at some point, Zeus, and that's the word that I'm getting, I'm actually seeing him sit on a throne of gold. I'm going to write that down. Hold on. So at some point, he's like, Aries really need help. You know, because they are literally the battering ram when it comes to forward progression. So he assigned himself as, like, the Grand Protectorate is what I'm getting here. So it's not like this is just specific to one Aries. My leg is falling asleep. He's watching the collective of Aries, which is absolutely stunning. I don't really know a whole lot about Zeus. I didn't really study all of that stuff. I know who he is or whatever, but he came through really strongly. So let's see what message he has for the collective of Aries, okay? So he has the 8 of Fire, guys. Wow, okay. Things are going to change very, very quickly for you. Eight of Fire is rapid change. Some of you could be moving, traveling. It's just also represents, the Eight of Wands also represents like a return to joy, a return to a sense of freedom, and just feeling like every moment is like you're kind of dancing on air and having the best time of your life, and like smiling at everybody, and just like that obnoxious, super chipper, happy, you know, this is going to be you guys, and things are just going to start boom, 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 you know, and that could come from this recognition that we have this mighty Zeus. I really have to shift here a little bit, you guys. I'm really sorry. Protecting us. Okay. So maybe do a little bit of research into exactly who Zeus is. I'm seeing here, you might want to borrow some sort of an insignia, any sort of piece of jewelry or clothing, and maybe wear that when you're feeling your most magical, when you're doing your practices like meditation or yoga, or, you know, when you're going for a walk or whatever, if you do any other sort of like whatever practice you got going on, you know, incorporate that somehow. And I'm going to do that for myself, obviously, too, because I love a good fashion, whatever. And you guys know I like to do weird things. So something your guide has been trying to get you to hear. Stubborn Aries with the thick skull. The Three of Fire. So you guys, you're not giving yourself enough credit. Remember what I was saying about Zeus saying, recognizing that Aries are out in front and just having to take all these hits. Like if you've ever watched football, like how the defensive line stands in front. I don't understand football, even though my son played it for years. Taking all these hits so that there's other people behind you that can come up successfully. Okay? The way is clear for you too. You have cleared the way, not only for the people behind you, but for you too. Because once you get through all the riffraff, it's free sailing for you as well. So you might be concentrating a little bit too hard on the struggle to get through it. And then all of a sudden the burden has lifted. Oh, yeah, things are going really well right now. So you could feel like a certain type of way, like everyone else is benefiting from my success. Nobody benefits from your success as much as you do. So, you know, you're doing all this good karma for other people, whatever service that you have chosen to provide, whether it is going to be through song, or like I do, through tarot, or through dancing, or through smiling. Like your service is paying off. It's clearing the way for you too. There's some sort of karmic contract that Aries has, and you come back as the Aries ram to help other people on their path. And when other people start to come into their own strength and their own wisdom, the burden lessens for you. And you could find this particularly true for those of you that have had children, or you're involved in helping out people that are really struggling. You know, when people start to develop your own wings, yours can expand, okay? So let's see how to be more receptive to messages in the future. I'm certainly going to check out any sort of like Zeus meditation or anything like that. I'm really quite stunned by that, like really direct impression that I got, and that it is Zeus. So how to be more receptive to messages in the future. Okay, let me pull a card here, guys. Celebrate. Four of Fire. Okay, I find this really fascinating too, because I asked my higher self once upon a time, not too long ago, like what can I do to like make the connection stronger? And she said dance. And I don't do it often enough. But here is how to be more receptive to messages in the future. Have some fun, Aries. Like, really just get into the groove of your own life. And I'm doing all these Madonna references. Anyway, so for fire, be fire, you know? Raise your fire. Like, whatever it is that makes you happy, do more of that, okay? I love my drive time to work because that is when I just let music rip and I'm doing the drum roll solo on the steering wheel and I'm singing and I'm like, woo, having the best time ever. So find your best time ever, every day, once a day minimum. You know, do it for a few minutes. If you've got some extra time on your hands, make sure that you're like pumping up the volume on your life. Pump up the volume, everybody. So, what is your guide helping you with right now? Aside from giving you all this wonderful, positive reinforcement, you know, things should be lightening up. All that work you did to help protect and defend other people, it's being noticed. You know, even if nobody else is noticing, the universe is noticing, karma is noticing, destiny is noticing. Oh, I actually like that better than what I just wrote down. Hold on. Okie dokie. So what is your guide helping you with right now? I don't feel like that's the card. Hold on. Did you guys hear Lacey yawn? She's right there. Okay. Yes. Bliss. This is where your guide is taking you right now. Thank you. Thank you, Zeus. You know, you might want to start throwing in a gratitude practice towards Zeus because he actually said, oh, Aries, like they're working so hard. They're so powerful. What can I do for them? You know? And he's helping you feel like this right now. The laughing Buddha, the 10 of water, your blissful joy. Angel number 1212 just rolled by. All these strobes that are coming in, the joy and just everything resonating. And you realize that you can just be happy, whatever it is that you're doing right now, because you have served. You have served in this lifetime. You have served in the past lifetimes that you have lived. You have defended and protected and held strong and didn't crumble and been the powerhouse, been the pillar of strength. You've been everything to everybody. And it's Aries rising right now. Aries Nation, Team Aries. Aries. Ugh. Love you guys. I'm going to roll. Bye. Bye.